Next, we have Christopher Matthews, who is a serial entrepreneur. He owns SOS Logistics and Save Our Sons Baltimore, as well as The Basement. He has been in business for 9 years. Kay White is a real estate agent who is on the verge of creating an empire with her husband. Hashtag Black Love, hashtag Power. Mike Bates is the owner of My Love Made, a printing shop that has been in business for 24 years. Lastly, we have TJ Stallings, who owns a custom jewelry business. Okay, on to questions. My first question is, what made you want to start your own business?
My journey started when I was GSA Black. I was open up student, like you got Victorian. I was going right there, baseball, football, across the whole thing. Started hanging around a few friends who were the total opposite of what I was. Didn't listen to the guidance I had, people telling me they like and do this and do that. So I did my own, which was a blessing and a curse. It was a blessing because I learned who I was and how to live with path I could take. It was a curse because I found myself in trouble at the age of 20. I was arrested. I spent 3 years on probation. I couldn't get a job. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with my life. So I decided to try my own business. So I started off with a business. I learned graphic design, so I taught. I learned photography at that age as well. And from there, I continued to build my business. And here I am in the 3 years.
Thank you.
Yes.
What made you want to go into or something? Question. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Kind of that extra travel hours. So I'm working different jobs, and I just saw a need in businesses that my job wasn't like really doing. For example, started a cleaning company. I'm used to it. I have OCD. I like things a certain way. So everything that I do, I try to figure out what it's wrong with it. So started a cleaning company. Then I started working for a guy who was doing a mentoring program. I didn't feel like he was doing a good job with the mentoring program. He wasn't really effective with the kids. I started my own mentoring program and started doing that. So basically, I'm a need filler. Anywhere I see a need, I try to fill the need. And then once I fill the need, I follow everyone else.
Good morning, everybody. I came a little last minute, so I didn't introduce me. My name is Malcolm Freeman, Paige's husband, and we both work together by real estate agents. The reason why we wanted to start our own business is because we wanted to do something else that would allow us to create legacy for our family, for our family. And we also wanted to do something that was going to allow us to get that freedom that we were looking for as well, and be able to pass down to our now 10-month-old daughter. So real estate, it allows us to do that, but it also allows us to fulfill our passion, which is making an impact within the community. Okay.
So how I got into entrepreneurship is when I was like 10, I had a dog walking business, and I was making like $300 a week. All the kids in the neighborhood were like working under me. So at that age, I really knew like, all right, I want to work for myself. So then all through when I was in college, I worked a full-time job, and it just wasn't for me. Working hourly, I was working so hard. I was not making a lot of money. I was also in college. So then, and when I graduated, I started doing lashes and brows, and that's still now in the salon. But that's when I first started making like really quick money. Like, well, after this, my own schedule, and then we got into real estate together. And now I still have a salon, but we also work together now. And I'm definitely passionate about kind of being able to have our own time, have our time with the family, and also make money based on how hard we are working. You know, not based on salary or graduation.
I'm asking that question. Again, my name is TJ Starling. I am 50% owner of the GSA. This idea of creating customized championship rings for any individual, no matter what the situation, it actually came through training. In 2020, I lost my mom in COVID. And my mom had just graduated from Northern State. And we were shopping for school rings. And we couldn't find them. So 2020 goes along, June comes, and passed away. My mom was a very spiritual woman. I keep her with me all the time.
Please excuse that interruption. Micaiah Walker, please report to the main office with your belongings.
The college
Micaiah
when I
Walker.
went to school,
Thank you.
he called me up one day. And he said, TJ, God just spoke to me in a dream. He said, I ain't never heard his voice this clear. But he told me to bring you this idea. I said, what is it? And he told me the idea. Let's create championship style rings. And from that moment, I said, let's do it. I created a website for it, and we launched February 2021. We made just about 100K in our first year. And I know that it was the direction of this lady that I wear around my neck, because I'm a former football player. So for me to be giving out championship rings, it just aligns with what my path that I was already on. So it came from tragedy, and we made it trial. And actually next week, I go into year 2. So I'm really excited about it.
Hi everybody, how you doing? Good. My name is Stacey Murray. I am the owner of Salon Create and also the founder of Inspired Moments. I would say that my businesses were born out of obedience and truly following my passion. I'm naturally a hairstylist by trade. Wasn't always a hairstylist, but was always a family. So I started out actually working in insurance. And for those who don't know, car insurance is a heavy. And I was a claims adjuster, right? Hated it. Going to work and it just never worked out. I was depressed working. And I literally had a panic attack while I was at work. And at that point, I sat in the bathroom, talked to God, had a discussion, and was like, listen, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I've always had new hair. If that's something I need to fall back on, God, what am I supposed to be doing? And in that moment, I gave up. I surrendered, gave up, and decided that I was going to go into my trade full time. So 2017, I was let go from my job, and everybody thought I was crazy because I wasn't looking for another job. I just decided that I was starting doing hair out of my house. I started doing hair out of my house, and literally, from me being obedient, and I was never really chasing money. I was always just chasing a passion. From me doing hair out of my house, I got to my personal loan. From my personal loan, I went to my second, and from my second, I opened my own business. And in the process of me doing hair, I realized that yes, I'm a hairstylist by trade, but I like helping people. I like sitting and talking to people. For me, and for the girls especially, guys, your hair is important. Like that's something, that's your crown. When you wear it, you know what I mean? Like you make sure that your hair is done, when your hair is done, you feel good. And I like that feeling of helping people. And you sitting there and talking to your stylist, you're talking about everything. I know you're talking about school, about your little relationships, and whatever y'all going through. I realized that I'm kind of like a therapist. So in me giving advice while you're sitting to get your hair done, I realized I need to work on myself. There was things in my life that I needed to work on. I started sharing my experiences in life. Started sharing it through social media and started getting traction from people asking me. I started my weight loss journey. Unknowingly, literally, me just putting myself out transparently showing, I started out at 220 pounds. lost about 50 pounds. Just me working on myself. People started asking me questions, asking me for help, and this, that, and the third. So I said, there's a thing in this wellness thing. Let me just share freely information that's working on me that can help somebody else. So that's how Inspired Wellness was born. Just in helping people. But I feel like if you're following truly your passion, service, I know people tell y'all help people, but like in you helping people, you will be rewarded. So that's kind of how someone created and Inspired Wellness was born. Living through service and following your passion.
My next question is, how did you go about finding your target market and how they social media played into that?
Well, finding my target market wasn't that hard. Starting off with graphic design, the city is, well, back some years ago. Now it's different, but the 99 was vibration, like everyone I didn't want to have an event, so I told myself graphic design. And I became a necessity when they had anything going, whether it was a small business or part of the mall or hair salons or anything like that. Everyone needs graphic design. Everyone needs schools too, little things like decals and malls, things like that. So I wedged myself in that position the way I provide that. Everyone needs it, and I just have one.
My target audience or my target market, again, just from a need-based standpoint, I don't care if you're rich or middle class or whatever, they're going to create trash. My first real business was the bulk trash removal business. And so what I understood about that is we're going to create trash no matter what, and it's a $1 trillion industry. So it was like everyone had a need for me in my mind. Like no matter what you did, you have a need for me, and I'm going to fill that need. Social media played a huge role in it because, to be honest, just until this year, I just stopped putting magnets and stuff on my vehicles to try to like attract more business. But word of mouth was my biggest, form of getting business. So people like, oh, magnets did this. I only charge this, so also charge more. I would manage word of mouth, but he's polite, he's on time. Being reliable in business is big. Being on time is big in business. And so with social media, people just start speaking my name out. And so now, I go from one little raggedy $400 truck to now I have 3 pickup trucks and 3 trailers to go with them and 3 drivers that's driving. So, social media was big for people.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I'm going to agree with you on social media because being a real estate agent, your sphere of influence, your sphere of influence are the people who you're immediately around, you have some kind of connection to, right? So with real estate, first thing you have to do is let people know that you're a real estate professional, right? So you're on social media, meeting people at networking events, whatever it may be, and always being prepared to provide something of value. With us, the value is the information, the education that can, that will allow people to know that ownership is possible for them. So once people really felt the passion, passion is very, very important as you follow the passion. Once people felt the passion behind our mission, that's when our business started really growing. And now our business is about 78% referral based.
And social media, like you said, it's leveraging your sphere. That's you guys now. Your sphere is all the people sitting next to you right now, right? You guys might not all be really close right now, but at some point in 10 years, if you want to have a business, you guys are going to reach back out to each other and hopes to, use each other to build your businesses, right? And even social media now, what you're posting now on social media can affect you later. So even using your social media now can help you later and making sure that you're always kind of staying on your feet and things like that.
They've all said it, so I'm going to come to another thing. As a former Baltimore City computer science teacher, we talked about the digital footprint. We talked to my students about your digital footprint. And what is it that you're putting out there on social media? And it's really important that at this age, you watch what you're putting out there because it can come back to haunt you. People can go back in the years, like you might become the next president or try to be the next president. They can go back to your social media when you were a kid and find something that was, when you could just be what you think, that's crazy, and pull it back up. So be very careful of the digital footprint that you leave out. Saying that, social media, it played a vital role in our success in our first year. Being able to reach out to celebrities, we now have celebrity clients. Montel Jordan, what's the dude name from Stevie J, a couple more B-list celebrities, but it allowed us to reach people who thought we would never be able to reach. And then just having the will to post every day, the will to actually reach out to people, send people things, ask them to share your posts and things like that. It worked. It really worked. I mean, I remember when we had Montel Jordan post his ring, that website went off like crazy. So again, your social media influence, the friends that you have, all of that stuff plays a part. And I used to say this growing up, it don't matter what you put out there, whether it's good or bad, you'll get some people to follow. Trust me, how many people like free cake? Nobody. We all know about it. You see that? But we all know about it, no matter how bad it is. So whatever your dreams, whatever your goals are, social media in this day and age will definitely play a part, but be very careful at what you put out personally, because
I agree with social media. So my business actually started on social media. So me becoming a hairstylist, I shared a picture of me doing my best friend's hair and started tagging little hair pages and stuff like that. And they started reposting my pictures, which started getting a little buzz, a little feed. So my business actually started on social media. Social media is free. It is a free promotion. Whatever business y'all want to start, whatever y'all want to do, social media is free. So there is no reason why y'all wouldn't use a free system to generate a little buzz and to generate money. Once you get that buzz, you get that money. So y'all should be using social media. Like y'all, I always say that this generation is y'all are the influencers. Like we were brought up, we were the generation of technology, like the innovation of technology. Y'all are influencers. So no matter whether or not y'all think somebody's watching you, somebody is always watching you. Whether they don't comment, they don't even have to like the picture. You keep posting and keep being persistent on what you believe in, people are watching. And again, my whole weight loss journey, I did that transparently. Nobody was really looking at my pictures, nobody was really asking me. But when they started seeing results, sis, what you doing? What you eating? Can you share? I thought that nobody was watching me, but people were. Just because nobody may be posting on your pictures or liking them. Keep posting content. Content is major when it comes down to businesses. Like I said, that's how my business started. So
you really don't know who's watching because it's not until they see you.
yeah.
They cross your path and see you and be like, yeah, I've been following you. Like, you ain't like nothing, but they been following. Like, I see what you're doing.
And people love content that they feel like I have a business page and I have my regular page. Like my regular page is like my business page. And on both pages, my business page, I might not be posting about hair. I might share like hair tips, free hair tips. People love free stuff. Free hair tips. I might post an inspirational quote on my wellness page. People will repost it. That gets buzz generated. All of this is free. Like my business, me actually owning my business started from promoting and believing in myself and posting. So it's just no reason why who in here got Instagram? Who in here want to own a business? What y'all posting on y'all Instagram? What y'all posting on y'all pages? Y'all be fit or something. Make sure y'all posting something, some type of content that's in reference to your business. I cannot stress that enough because where this generation is going, y'all are very much, everybody got their phones, all of it. That's the first thing you put out is your phone. Use it. I cannot stress that enough. Use it. Sorry, I'm gonna rant.
It's funny you said that, use your phone. Some years ago, again, as growing up as a teenager and being in technology, bringing it in. I mean, we brought technology in when we had big back screens and all that. Like,
Yeah, well.
it wasn't no color on the screen. So like, I've said this, and then once they turn to the smartphones and you get notifications all day long. You get notifications on your phone all day long. I feel like I'm in Wouldn't it be great if you could change some of the notifications in life? That's what I said to myself. I said, I keep checking this phone all day long. And it ain't really about nothing. I need to change some of these notifications into money. And that's where I'm creating a website. And now every time somebody go to my website, my phone will light up. When they purchase something, oh, I love that notification. I'm sitting here with y'all right now and just made a ring sale. To be able to make money and do what you want to do when you want to do it is nothing like it. There's nothing like it. But what, for me, what I'm afraid of, and I was afraid of for my students, was that this technology is going to steer y'all wrong. Let it steer you in the right direction. Use it and have fun, but use it to your advantage too. Some of you have great personalities. Some of you can have a big following online. You know, once your following get big enough, you get enough likes, enough people following, you get a check following that. Start tapping into your greatness and your talent now. So that way, when you get older, you've already been working at something. A lot of people go to college and graduate from college and still don't know what they want to do. I got friends that became entrepreneurs fresh out of high school and they make way more money than us right now for the ones who went to college. And I'm not saying that to deter you from college, I'm just saying it's not for everybody. In any instance, you cannot say, oh, everybody's not going to go to college. Everybody's not going to become an entrepreneur. But the ones that really want to become an entrepreneur, trust me, if you throw it out there, people will follow.
My next question is, what is the hardest part about starting a business?
Hardest part is stay focused. You see all the, say that you see every day, you see all the celebrities, you see the quick buck. And it's not, come entrepreneur, it's not about, you can't possibly have quick money. Your first 3 or 4 months, first year, in some cases you may, but for the most part, quick money is not it. So the hardest part is stay focused. The hardest part is stay focused on what your goals are, stay focused on your passion, and not, as you said earlier, not chasing the money, chasing the passion. The moment you chase money, you focus. You stay focused on your passion, you really can't lose. You just have to stay focused. It might take you 2 years, it might take you 5. In some cases, it might take you a year. And you might go from there, but you got to. That's the hardest part, stay focused.
For me, I would say one thing focus definitely. To really got to focus. Focus is important because when you have a vision, not everybody around you is going to have your vision. I have friends right now. Oh, that didn't even work. You changed nothing. Why don't you come down and drink with me? Why don't you? Listen, I'm focused. I'm tunnel vision on what it is I'm trying to do. And if you're not aligned with that, I can't rock with you. I don't care if I know you 15, 20 years, we work in church together, the same house together. I just can't do it. I really got a friend. I'm going through it right now, 20 years. bro, you changed since you started getting, you know, in his mind, you start getting money, you changed. Nah, I'm just focused. I can't go out with you, Tom's Tavern and the Winds Inn. I think I heard this other name. I can't drink with you every night. Okay, once a month, let's do it, but not every night. And so staying focused and blocking out your namesake, that's going to be important. The second part of that, because it's difficult, or I say a little bit trying for me to start living, it takes money to make money. Sometimes you have these big $1 million ideas with $100 bank account. You know, sometimes you got to figure out like how to use your network with people around you, leveraging your resources and stuff like that. So maybe I don't have the money to go buy a truck right now, but maybe my brother had a pickup truck when I wanted, and this is a true story actually. I wanted to start the hauling company. I didn't have a truck. My stepdad actually had a truck. I'm going to use that. I'll spend a little bit of that money with you. So I used his truck. So leveraging your resources because you don't have the finances, that's important. So once you start making money, then you go ahead and invest and you get your own. So focus and finances are two of the most important pieces to it.
I'm gonna piggyback on, I have two, so I'm gonna piggyback on focus. When you have a 9 to 5, you know that you cannot get to that job every day at 9:03, right? You gotta clock in, you gotta be there on time. My father always told me on time and 15 minutes early. Get there at 9 o'clock, you're late. Right? So when you're working for yourself, sometimes what can happen is you can get comfortable, you can get lazy, because if you work for yourself, you can get there at 9:05, I can get there at 9:30 real quick, you know what I mean? I don't have anybody that can fire me. Oh yeah, I can fire me. Right. Yeah, I may just work out the bed today. I may just do that. You know? Time management is key, especially if you want to be successful. Especially if you want to elevate and elevate to become the best version of yourself. All right? We don't want to be rich. We want to be wealthy. So you want to study what those greats do. You want to study what the wealthy people do. What does that consist of? The habits that your teachers, your peers, and are teaching you now to read. When you leave here, that habit shouldn't stop. That habit shouldn't stop. If you want to be a hairdresser, I'm pretty sure there's a hairdresser that is doing hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. She probably has a book out right now, or she's probably on YouTube, or she probably has a YouTube up there you guys can go tap into and listen to different things and get some information to help build you up, right? But time management is key because that's what's going to keep you in line, and that's what's going to allow you to be focused. All right. Next for me is mindset. Mindset is everything. Not just going into it because it's a fad. When you go into whatever it is you want to go into, know why you're doing it. Because that why is what's going to continue to drive you and push you. When those obstacles get in front of you, the why is going to be the thing that's going to allow you to get over that obstacle, to move that obstacle out the way. Your teachers in here, their why is to uplift y'all and empower y'all, and I don't even have to ask them because they're here every day. So make sure you know what your why is. Your why may be, listen, I want to be the, if you want to go to school, right? If college is something on your list, and it doesn't have to be. It may be, I want to be the first in my family to go get my degree. That's a hell of a why for going to get your degree. Or, you know what? I want to become a real estate agent because I really want to empower the people in my community to get into a position of home ownership. That's a great why. And people are going to draw to you, and when people feel that energy, people are going to naturally want to help you become who you're meant to become. All right? All of our stories, he already wrote. Your story's already wrote. It's up to you to get through and create those chapters for yourself until you get to the end. And do it for a good reason. We all are here, we have to make a difference in the world, but y'all are the future to take what's going on right now to the next level. And everybody in here has the opportunity to be great. Not good, great. Time management, mindset. What's my
For me, I'm gonna say having systems in place. So, you know, you can have a business, right? But ultimately, once you get the client, what are you doing? Are they just coming to you, like, whether it's anything that everyone's doing, it's getting the business, getting the website in order, who are they calling? How are you taking payment? The website, what's going to be on the website? Like, how can you ensure a good client experience and also get them to refer someone else? So that comes down to having really good systems in place that you learn along the way, but essentially I feel like that was one challenge, really getting systems in place to provide a one client experience, but also for us to stay organized. It's really hard sometimes when you're an entrepreneur, you experience burnout sometimes because no one's paying you every 2 weeks, you gotta go get it. So sometimes you're burnt out, right? If your friends are out partying, sometimes we're at home putting together contracts and things like that. So, you know, we're trying to stay organized. Like I said, also provide a client experience. So I would say getting your systems in line. Everything is a system. Every single thing is a system.
We got focus, time management, mindset, know your why. Having a system in place. I'm going to say with consistency. There are going to be plenty of days where you might not feel like doing it. You might not. But you have to. Because if you don't do it, you don't get paid. You just have to be consistent in your work. I just want to add.
So I'm above everything everybody's saying is spot on accurate. I see some of y'all taking notes. I wish I had somebody that would sit and talk to me about entrepreneurship when I was y'all age. So y'all, these are gems for free. So y'all are not picking up your pens and writing some of this stuff down. Y'all are truly missing out. I'm so serious when I say that. Like, I say that from the most humblest place. I wish I had somebody. So using your resources, we're doing things, learning lessons, so y'all make it learn. Y'all get to started. You get what I'm saying? So like, even with me, when I'm going into different levels of my business, I like to talk to people that's beyond where I am. You get what I'm saying? So you don't want to meet somebody at the level that you are. You want to be able to infer where you're trying to go. So y'all get these gems, and especially in our community, we already got a LA stuff. Y'all write this stuff down. I'm not playing, write this stuff down. One of my things that I've learned over the years of my entrepreneurship is I don't take no L's. Everything is a lesson. In every situation you go to, whether it's a high or low, it's a lesson. What can I take from the situation that I'm going through at this moment? Because entrepreneurship is glorified. It's glamorized and make it seem like you're supposed to be working hard, you're supposed to be burning out, all of those things. So understand that there's going to be a high level and you're going to have low days. But in every level that you're going through, it's always going to be a lesson in something. What am I taking from this situation? I never look at anything negatively. My mindset, like you said, mindset is so important. If I'm taking an L, what did I do wrong? Well, how can I fix this next time? Or who do I need to talk to? So I don't take no L's. Everything is always a lesson.
Next is, what are some of the benefits of being an entrepreneur?
Freedom to, even though we don't even know what I'm doing, but freedom to decide if I want to believe or not want to believe. Freedom to hire people and be able to take the trip. Freedom to spend how you want to spend, if you spend it correctly, of course, but you're able to do that. Working at 9 to 5, I've only had maybe 2 jobs in my life. I've worked for myself since I was 17 years old, so I couldn't tell you everything about a 9 to 5, but I do know the difference between having to clock in and having to follow instructions and follow a process, follow a system, and creating my own system to be able to do the things that I want to do when I was born. So I would say freedom is the part for me.
Piggybacking on that, earlier I mentioned how jobs can be good. Jobs can have you doing things, and maybe you have a system in your mind of how something can be done better, right? Let's say your job had you, I'm just using simple stuff, clean the floor. You're like, I don't want to clean it that way. I feel like I can be more effective, get it cleaned if I do it my way. Have my own business and fill in different needs. I'm able to put, like you said, systems in place it makes things go smoother for me. I like the freedom and flexibility to change the system if the system feels broken. And there's jobs you come to, a lot of us come to jobs. I know for me, I had jobs that come to. It just don't make sense. This should be done this way, but it's not my job. It's not my business. So I can't necessarily change that system. So being able to change systems to make them more effective and more efficient, that's a plus side for me. The other side to that is building a generational wealth. Being able to pass something down to my kids. And I don't have kids yet, and I'm already thinking about what I'll be able to pass down, what will my wife be able to pass down, what will be passed down to our kids. So now that when they're coming out of high school, though I'm not discouraging college, college is awesome, but if they don't want to go to college, they have other businesses that they have opportunities to run. Because mom and dad already set that in place, so they can do that. And then the third piece is, like you said, freedom, and I do have the flexibility. I would have had to ask somebody to be here today. I didn't have to ask somebody. I got up, I said, "Babe, what you doing?" She said, "I'm doing that." I said, "Well, I'm going to talk to some students." I didn't have to ask somebody for that. So you know what I mean? That flexibility and freedom of my schedule, that's important.
You guys got that. The flexibility is everything. Freedom is everything. Generational wealth is everything. Also, there's a quote: "Live to create, create to live." All right, and that's something I live by. Live to create. You know, whether it's for some people it may be hard, for some people it may be, you know, opportunities for themselves. It may be other things, right? But create to live. For me, what entrepreneurship does, it allows me to create opportunities for myself, but also for others who I believe in. Right now, we're at a point where we're going to start creating opportunities for other people to become realtors, and we're also going to be bringing them on the team and providing them the value so that they can go out and we can expand the impact that we're making with the two of us now to 3, 4, 5 people. We can expand that impact throughout the city and the county. To be able to empower people and to make smart investments, whether they're selling a home or purchasing a home. So entrepreneurship allows you to create great opportunities for others. We believe it.
Everyone said very great things. I'll talk about the money aspect. When I was 18, I'll take you out to scenarios, right? 2 different jobs. One was commission-based, one was hourly, right? So when I was 18, I worked at Alco, and I was working so hard for this $300 check, right? So then I had somebody in college, and it was like, "Yo, I work in Nordstrom, I just made $500. I'm like, "What? You make $500? You got money." Like, right? You know, you're young, you're 18, like that was a lot at that time. So a Nordstrom, you gotta know it's 100% commission, right? So I'm like, okay, let me apply to Nordstrom. So I get a job at Nordstrom in the shoe department. Again, I'm not Alco, I make $300 hourly. At Nordstrom, I'm on commission. So I realized working at Alco that I'm good at sales, very good at sales. So I start going real hard at Nordstrom. I get that first check at Nordstrom to $3,000. I'm like, oh, dang, I'm really good at sales. So I think ultimately for me, I was like, okay, I can work for myself, work hard. Like, I'm putting in this work, I'm working hard, I'm making money. All right, I can work for myself, earning commission, or I could take this hourly salary where I'm working just as hard, but I'm making a base amount. I look at that with other jobs that have before. I work a job for the government. Those people at the government were working hard. They have Blackberries at home, getting called on the weekend. They're on a salary. No matter how hard they work, they're going to pay the same amount. I know that right now, working for myself, I'm seeing the benefits of my hard work. It's uncapped. I'm working hard. If we want to sell, homes, we're going to make our calls. Granted, we're working hard for it, but I'm seeing the benefit more than just a salary. Like, I know that if I sell this amount of houses, I can make this amount of money. Versus if I'm working a 9 to 5, I'll work this hard, and I'll just get maybe a little promotion over time. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the benefits of my hard work.
Can you repeat the question?
What are some of the benefits of being an entrepreneur?
Being able to make your own food. Me and my partner, we travel from state to state, a lot of different events, different company events, different fraternity events. Being able to put it up in the money in the hard part. Being able to make your own food. 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 We just don't worry. We buy plane tickets, we buy hotels, Airbnb, and we swipe, and we just don't even think about it. We don't even think about it, because we know it's coming in. It's coming in. Every time that phone dings, it's coming in. Because we're going to change the notifications. Those notifications mean more than just, no, just, oh, let me read that. No, it's something getting in the account now. So, just playing with other people's money and being able to do as you feel. See something? Get it. That's enough.
For me, I would have to say is investing in myself. So, like she was saying, you know, with the 9 to 5, you know, it's for some people. I realized it wasn't for me. I was giving time to a business, and if I leave, all they're going to do is refill the chair. So I'm like, you know, these hours that I put into a business for a salary, I could be investing in myself. What do I want to do? It's like, I already started in the conversation, Stacey, what do you want to do? What are you good at? Like, what can you do? What can you do to leave a mark? I've been doing it, my daughter's 9 years old. So everything that I do, I'm thinking about her too. So I'm like, well, what can I do to leave something for her? She don't care. I was working at the mutual at the time when I decided to go full-time entrepreneurship and my entrepreneurship. She not gonna know nothing about the mutual. Never mean nothing, never tell her about nothing. So I think it's me being able to take time, my time, not building a business, not giving into another business, but giving into my own business, and being able to create my environment. At my salon, like, it's truly not just about the hair. I like to create an experience. We're like a sisterhood, and like that's one thing that I take pride in at my salon. You come in, like people when people walk in the door, we make sure we greet you at the door. Like that, we don't play about that. Because at most shops, you walk in, they sit down, they wait for somebody to greet them. You shampoo, come on. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm like, hey sis, you need your hair shampoo? Come on, babe, how your day going? We created a bond. So being able to manage my environment within my own business, I love that. I love people coming in and saying, I've never experienced this at a salon yet, but I like in 2 weeks. And that's how you get reoccurring clients. That's how you get reoccurring customers. There's really can't stop the world. So many people bring hair, so many people do hair, but they don't have that environment that Salon Create provides. So making sure that even within what it is that you want to do, you can probably go to the market, not whole grid section. What's different about your grid? Why am I picking your grid up off the shelf compared to the other grid that's there? So being able to create and sustain your own environment.
Before we go to the next question, can I just ask? Everybody who has a pen and a paper, if y'all quickly just, as we're going through this, just write down two things that you're grateful for. All right? I just want everybody to write down 2 things that y'all are grateful for. Okay?
My next question is, what's the common mistake that you made about running
A common mistake, I would say the biggest one is, back to the last topic, is losing focus, not staying focused. There was a time where I would hang out, I would be the one that, oh, you want to go to the garden, let's go to winter, let's go here, let's go party there. I lost focus for a while. This was at the beginning of my business. And I had to learn that lesson that without focus, there's no reward, there's no money, there's no bills getting paid, there's no taking care of myself. There's none of that without focus. So focus, losing focus is my biggest mistake. That was probably the biggest mistake.
My biggest mistake is thinking I could do it all.
I need to make sure y'all tap in with this one right here. This is me.
This is $1 million worth of information. When you run a business, you gotta trust folks to do things for you. You gotta be able to delegate, you gotta be able to lead, so you can handle your followers. I used to literally, in every business, from doing the security company, hauling trash, everything, I tried to do it all. I really didn't want to delegate, and I'll be honest, in the beginning, it's because I didn't want to share the money either. I was getting the money, and I'm just seeing my little lifestyle change. So it's hard to be like, all right, I can take this $100, and if I just bust it down to $70, because I done delegated 15 here, 15 there, I'm gonna get it all. Like, that's how my mindset was. But being able to delegate and really like put people in position that not only helps you, it empowers them as well. So, like I said, just long story short, just knowing that you can't handle it all, and you really have to put people in place in order to be successful. You're only going to be as successful as your team. Your team is only going to be as successful as your leadership. You got to be able to delegate.
And that's called leverage. Leverage is everything. I was that. You know, it was kind of like that with Paige and I. You know what I mean? And it's like you teach somebody something, you teach somebody things. Let me just do this real quick. I got that. You know, let me do that. But when you have that leverage, and it comes down to just trusting whoever those individuals are, that they can do what you know you need them to do to make the overall team. Because having a business, you know, that's your baby, that's your team. And when you bring people on the team, it's all about how we're going to get to the championship so we can get this ring. We don't need you to make some rings when we get this championship. You know what I mean? So having that leverage and knowing that everything is teamwork. You know, who in here hoops? Anybody in here play football? Could you win you said you hoop? Could you win a game by yourself? Could you win a game? You win a basketball game by yourself? No, right? You can football. Can you win a game by yourself? It takes a conglomerate of individuals, right? Everybody has to work together to be able to win that game and continue to get to the playoff, to the championship, et cetera, right? It's the same thing with business. Whether you're the owner, you're the captain, whether you're the coach, whatever it is, you gotta understand if we want to expand, if we want to grow, then we're gonna have to treat this as a team. And when you treat it like that, people are going to want to be a part of that kind of environment. And they're going to want to give their best versions of themselves so that they can be a part of the winning team. Because who doesn't want to be on the winning team? Everybody want to win. So you telling me if I come with y'all, oh, I can get that energy too? Oh, I can be successful like you too? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna feel that. And then when they feel that and they get to that next space mentally, then what's gonna happen? They're gonna tell Ricky, Janet, and East, look, I know y'all trying to get into this. Y'all need to come. Y'all need to come out of this. Because the energy's here. We're all growing physically, mentally, and spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? And that was just bouncing off. But another one is getting comfortable. It's very easy to get comfortable when you're an entrepreneur, especially when you hit a certain space financially that you've never hit before in your life. And especially when you hit it very quick. And you don't know how to move money, you don't know how to save money, you get it, but you don't know what to do next. So what do? You spend it. You know, you go get the Balenciagas, you go get all the J's, you go get the Louis belts. You do all those things because you got all this money and it's new to you. And then what happens to the business? It goes down. Because you're comfortable, you're spending money, you're really not thinking about, all right, how do I get to, I made 6 figures my first year. All right, hey, well, how do I get to, I made 100,000, how do I get to 200? What do I need to do to get to 200? You understand what I'm saying? So you got that first 100, now you out here like, oh, we about to go to the club tonight, we got to go ahead and produce it, y'all want to get some tables. We gonna be good, we out here tonight. Oh, y'all come with me, y'all got to pay nothing. Nah, you're not in for that. You want to know your why again, and your why will allow you to get comfortable. So getting comfortable is something that can really be negative in entrepreneurship.
I would say being a negative is continuing to stay educated. You know, like, you think when you're an entrepreneur, you're doing it, you're making money. You're like, I know what I'm doing. But you can always continue to educate yourself, learn from other people. You think you're not comfortable in your industry. Learn from other people doing what you're not doing. Sometimes in real estate, everyone gets business differently, but being open to how other people are doing things, kind of stepping out of your comfort zone and getting used to other ways of doing things. So I would say just always be educated, whether it's on your marketing, your skills, you know, learning new vendors, maybe not just being able to be open to doing things differently.
I would say, because of how it started through the pandemic and all that, telling my close friends and my family what I was doing, they were so discouraged. They didn't believe that they couldn't see the vision. And then I just shut up about it. And then just started doing it. And then we started seeing the vision put online. And someone telling me, someone said something to me in the school about a ring creator. And said, oh, we're getting out there. And now, they call me. Such and such football team just won the championship. We want to get the team championship. You believe me now? When I told you this before, you were telling me, what am I doing? I'm not into jewelry and all that, but just keep explaining to yourself. Real quiet. Let me get out there.
I would have to agree. So most people don't think the way you think, so they can't believe what you believe. And most things have never been done until it's done. So you truly have to, when you have an idea, hold on to it like it's your baby. Until you feel like it's safe for you to share it. Because once somebody discourages you, and that gets in your mind and in your mind frame, you can talk yourself out of doing something that could be amazing. So I've learned that in business and within myself, just when there's something that I want to do, until God tells me to share it, you may not know. I come out and surprise you with a whole, when I got my salon, the only person I knew was my dad. Nobody. Not even my sister. Nobody knew. My best friend, she found out when I turned the key. And I was like, look what I got. I got a child. You know what I mean? Because not saying that those people would discourage me, but I was that protected over my vision and what I wanted to do that I didn't share with nobody. My best friend always jokes about me about this. Like, she first says, nobody knows what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing every time until you share it with me. And she's content with it. So make sure that you protect whatever your vision, whatever your goals, your passions, all that stuff, whatever you want to do, make sure that you protect it. Another thing that I wish that I would have done better is investing. So my business is very much cash paid. We get paid. I get paid every day. Every day outside just me actually being a hairstylist outside of the actual me owning the business. I get paid every day. So that can be exciting. I might get, $100, $200, $300 for 1 year, go and spend $20 on food, $40 on food, not thinking that, how your money working. I look at my paperwork like, hey, where my money go? You know what I mean? Like, you do that sometimes. You might look at your money, put it up like, shoot. All right, wait a minute, where did my money go? So making sure that understanding your cash flow, getting financial assistance, it's okay to need financial assistance. We're not doing that. So getting financial assistance, it's okay that I got an accountant this year. One thing that I'm working on that I'm doing is I'm tired of exchanging time for money. So I'm trying to figure out ways that I can make money that I can give more of my time. So I'm talking to my financial advisor about that. Taking money that I felt I'm not spending money I'm eating. My friends, I'm getting on their nerves. I'm not going out the way I used to. But that's because I have something in works that I'm working on right now that I need to invest my money in. So when you get money, invest it. Hold on to it, save it. Like I wish that I would have it. And like I said, everything is a lesson. But coming into my business, I've had so much cash in hand that I don't even know where that money went. And now that I've covered with the years, trial and error, I'm like, all right, I know how to manage my money. And not saying I'm a perfectionist at managing money, but like I'm on that path of doing it. So making sure you invest in your money, saving your money, and holding on to protecting over your vacation.
I have one more thing to say too. Like, if you guys have an idea or a vision, like, there's a lot of nail techs, hairstylists, lash techs, like, realtors, everything. Like, every market has a lot of people in it, right? But ultimately, you gotta remember that nobody's gonna do it like you. You gotta remember that when you start a business, nobody's gonna do it like you.
Thank you, everyone. I have one more question. Is why do you think entrepreneurship is important to the Black community?
Same thing they said before, generational wealth. Not just within the family, but within the community. From, I would say probably from the age of 25 until now, I do several different things for the community. I tend to keep them quiet. But I don't want to share, like I do a scholarship program at Cotton State, I have a scholarship program at Florida State. I do a kickball charity program every summer that benefits kids and helps with free school uniforms. I do a lot of things that pretty much pass on that assistance that my mom had, or that my family had. You know, not just in my family, but I try to spread it out throughout the community. So generational wealth within the community is one of the big things. Like that, you know, helps my life.
I got to piggyback. Generational wealth probably be unanimous, but generational wealth is really important. Just within the community, I feel like entrepreneurship definitely lends itself to build that generational wealth. Generational wealth can also be attributed to the crime and things that we see in our neighborhoods. When you look at the wealthy neighborhoods, chances are that crime and stuff like that is low, that opportunities are greater over in wealthy neighborhoods. So being an entrepreneur, and I would add on to that, giving back to the community, because some people do get wealthy, skedaddle. So I'm saying being an entrepreneur and then reinvest back within your community, that's important because you're helping the folks that look like you, because we really have to save ourselves. So generational wealth and entrepreneurship, I think that's just important. They go hand in hand for me. That's my whole purpose of what I'm doing, and I feel like it's important, so that can help folks.
That's being transparent. That's why I got a position that I'm in now as a real estate agent. So I grew up with a single mother. I watched her bring, our entire lives, and I found out in principle because in our communities, there's two things that stop us from getting in a position. Number one, lack of knowledge. We just don't know that it's possible, right? But if you go rent a home, the same process that it takes to rent a home is literally the same exact process to buy a home. But when you don't have that knowledge, you don't pursue it, right? And another is fear of the unknown. A lot of times in our communities, when we hear the word ownership, we kind of grow up a shield. That shield is starting to come down more now because I feel like there's just a lot more value being presented because there's so many different platforms, with social media, et cetera, et cetera. But it is very important for us to understand that, we are more than equal. We are beyond more than equal. And the time is now. And the only thing we can do is put ourselves in positions to get in front of y'all because, listen, y'all are the future that really is going to turn the wheel all the way around, and it's going to be at 180. Like that, y'all are going to do that. Like social media, everything that's happening. We had big computers with the backs.
Yes.
Nokia phones with snake on them. Y'all don't even know what snake is. You know what I'm saying? And now your phone is your computer. This right here can make you all wealthy. You just gotta figure out what the job is, right? That you're going to create, what the why is behind that job, and then how you're going to turn it into a business and make an impact. Your purpose is everything. Knowing what your purpose is going to be everything, and whatever you do, do it from a good heart. Don't put the money first. Make the impact first, and blessings will come on the back. I promise you. Real estate changed my life. Changed my life. And it changed my life because I put myself in a position to change other people's lives. I've been at tables, I've been at closing tables with grown men who had, a crazy back. I'm locked up, locked up because of this, I'll get credit. I'll never be able to buy a house. That was the mindset. I'll never be able to own. And that's the challenge that I always look for. You who I want you to be my client. Because I'm going to change your life. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? So come at whatever you decide to do with a pure soul, a pure heart, and know that you're just doing it to make the impact. And you don't even have to worry about you. Because God is going to take care of you for doing that and fulfilling your mission.
I guess for me, it's taking, what we learned and being able to educate other people. And for me, I'm all about credit, investing your money. I learned about credit. Fortunately, when I was your age, I had a teacher in high school who came in with his credit report and sat down and broke it down to us. And that changed my life when I was 18. I started looking at my credit. And that put me in a position to purchase my first house, or my first house at 24, pay off all my student loans with that purchase. But that, put me in a place to be able to educate my friends, my family. I was really knowledgeable about credit at a young age, so being able to teach people how to leverage money, how to make it work for them, how to build generational wealth through purchasing real estate. And I really find that as how we do.
For me, I had a dad who pushed working for the next 30, 40 years to get a pension. And I said to myself, I do not have to wait that long to get to some good money. I don't. But because of lack of education, if you go back in history, you're not that far removed. Some of your parents, your great-grandparents, you might have to go back on your own. They're getting a little younger now. Your great. All right? Maybe I have one more great. Could have been a slave. We're not that far removed. From the elders that were educated. How many of these old people got college educations walking through the hood? They don't. Our generation was that generation. We brought in technology. We started to ask questions. But before, when Big Mama said it, it was just because I said something. So you wasn't no questions. We started asking questions. But then we were still getting popped. Then Generation X came. They started asking more questions. Then they gave y'all the number and said, all right, hit you, call this number. So, now that the parents can't discipline the children, I'm going somewhere. The child loses focus. Our parents, when they went through school, some of them got high school education, middle school education. They weren't knowledgeable. So they had to go out here and just get a job and work for someone. And they pushed it on us. We pushed back. We want to become owners. Why? It's not enough of us. That's owners. When I say enough of us, look at your skin. We're not the owners, we're the workers. It's time for us to be the owners. So that's what we push it. Y'all gonna take it to the next level. That's what he's saying. We get it now. We educated getting credit now. We understand you don't gotta work somewhere for 30 years. Of course, you might have to get a job to stabilize yourself while you're doing this side hustle. I get that. Have a full-time job too. But we want to be the owners. You want to get things right for your kids. It's been stolen from us on several occasions. We got to get it back and get it in place so it's permanent. The only way we can do that is if we own it. Whatever the dreams, whatever the goals and aspirations that you have, buried inside of it, don't let anyone, including your parents, tell you that it can't come true. Because I am a living witness to it. I started 2 businesses in 2021. 2, a ring business, and I build websites, and I got a tech agency. I turned absolutely nothing into something when my back was against the wall. And it didn't come from a 9 to 5. It didn't come from what my father had been pushing me to get. It came from within me. And you got it in you. Because trust and believe, we are God's children. We are God's children. And we are getting ready. And we are taking the head back. We have been the tail for so long. But we are claiming our crowns because we come from kings and queens. All of this math, all of this science, it comes from us. It's within us. And it was stolen and taken from us. And they thought we would be stupid enough to never get it back. But we're on our way back. And your generation is going to be, y'all going to overflow with owners. Y'all going to flood the United States, the world, with ownership. That's going to make this city look different. That's going to make this world look different. So hold on to all of your thoughts, your ideas. And if you link up with somebody that kind of got that same drive, that same idea, or maybe a whole another skill set, but just got vision, link up with them. Collaborate with them. See what you can come up with at an early age. I wish me and my boy Chauncey would have did this 10 years ago. Lord knows where we'll be at right now. So hold on to your dream and become the owners that we know you will become, because it's going to happen.
Thank you for that, TJ. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Why is entrepreneurship important to the Black community?
Okay, so to me, it's image. Like being able to, Black women, Black men, being able to see a Black woman, Black men doing things. And you know, talking to them, linking up with them, understanding what it is that they're doing. It's all about image. This generation is very image driven. You see things you want to do. So being that person that I can come back and, you know, touch young girls. Like I love talking to them, especially y'all like my age group. I like y'all. So being able to really sit and embed my knowledge into you, pour into you. I love that. I love the gift back. I love the service and stuff.
Thank you, everybody. Can we get a round of applause for her?
All right, thank you guys, everyone. We are wrapping up to the end of our panel. First, I would like to thank all of our panel guests.
So looking over to my left, and I look at you all, some of you I've known for a really long time, and some of you just meeting for the first time in person. I'm so proud that we're in this moment. I can tell you, when I met Mike, whatever year ago that was, we won't say the year that was. I never imagined that either of us would be here, right? And to the question of what is entrepreneurship to the Black community, what this is to all of us is opportunity. Let me tell y'all something. I'm being honest with you and totally transparent. You walk into a business not owned by somebody that looks like you have to give the opportunity, the one-on-one learning experience, and the opportunity to grow that you're going to get from this. I strategically brought you all were hand-selected, I don't know that. But I strategically brought this group into this hand-selected group. The people that you're looking at on this panel right now, they own their own business. They're looking to hire at some point, mentor, intern. These are all of your opportunities. When I was your age, I didn't have this. I didn't have someone coming in to tell me about business and what I could be. And I was known at 18, I could be a real estate agent. Man, life has been so different because I know better now. I didn't know what you do, but it's so much better now. So what I want you all to take in is that you're looking at business owners, you're looking at mentors, you're looking at people that can intern, youth works, and I don't know how youth works work, that's what we for y'all, and a paycheck for y'all. So when you put these things together, I want you guys to really think about who you're speaking with. So first, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here today. I know there's money to be made and things to be done, but you're here with us. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will give you guys that you can for. So there's that. Thank you guys. Thank you to my classes for being here during the session. Once we wrap up, you guys will have some pizza. Don't eat too much because I'm still poor, so I have a lot. So really quickly, before we I want to turn it over to Mr. Harry Preston, the director of the Innovation Center, to give us some closing remarks and to speak about this great space we have here and how you guys are located in West Baltimore can use the space.
I promise you all in a couple minutes. Thank you all again for joining us. I definitely appreciate a lot of the gems that you all have dropped on the students. As we try to say these things a lot of times, that's the real estate. One of the fastest ways you can be a millionaire is the real estate. If you guys look at the average house in Baltimore, now if you own 3 of them, you're a millionaire. So that is right there. This is all simple math. Science and technology is the fastest way and trajectory to get your education right out. You put all those things together, graphic design is nothing but science and math. Do it here, eventually, or owning those kinds of businesses, nothing but science and math again. You can't avoid it, it's not going away, but this space, this opportunity, if you look on the side of the wall here, it says Dream, Design, Disrupt. Our entire purpose of this Innovation Center, for you students to understand, is for you to achieve the dream that was set before your time by your elders, by your parents, and by their parents. You are the dream. Okay, whether it be good or bad, that's your choice. Whether the dream is good or bad, it's up to you. But we do this by design so that you can eventually disrupt the way the economy and the nation and rules currently operate. You are learning things here in a different way, shape, and form so that you can do things differently, because you can't do the same thing and expect different results. My hope for you all, and also you, is that you find opportunities to meet more folks like this, who want to fulfill the dream and the promise by design to disrupt the history that we've all lived through. You have these opportunities, don't waste them, because opportunities, as sure as day, don't go away. They just go to someone else. All right? Again, we would love to see you guys back. We'd like to host sessions like this more and more often as COVID starts to tail off and we start to do better in our community. These events aren't going away for you students, and we're going to continue to do these things. But understand it comes to a level of responsibility. Much is given, much is required. You all are getting lots of opportunities here. You are now required to go and share that and go and act on it. Because they're not just here out of the kindness of their hearts. They're here because they too must fulfill that dream and that promise. This opportunity, because they cannot be successful without you being successful. They cannot. Without you going out making money, no one could afford her services. No one could buy his rents or buy his homes. And if you're gonna go out there and promote any kind of business, you're gonna need something designed and built. It's impossible otherwise. So please understand, you are the dream. It is your responsibility to go fulfill that. Thank you all again for coming.